Hey, it's Mint. Today I'm going to be showing you how I made my figurine because a couple of you in the comments asked me how I did it for a tutorial. The first thing you're going to want to get is your pipe cleaners, obviously, tape, a pencil, and a pen. Whatever markers you want if you do choose to use them. I'm going to be doing that today. Scissors, paper. The most important part, though, is your fishing wire. I personally use 0.45 millimeters, but any kind works, really. The first thing you're going to want to do, ignore the texture of the paint on my work desk, is you're going to want to take your pipe cleaner, put your thumb right here, and bend. This is going to be the spot where your face is going to go. Then you take 2 fingers, or whatever size your fingers are, and then just kind of go around your fingers. It's okay if it's not perfect on the first try. I personally always use one. And remember that with the little hook piece, you can always redo it. So you just kind of pop it off, make that little fold. Then I always personally like to loosen up the little coily doos personally, but you don't have to do that. That is your choice entirely. Trying to keep them as even as possible. As you can see, it's not going to be perfect. There's a little view on how it's aligned. See a little spring. Woo. Now, next up, you're going to want to take your pipe cleaner. You're going to fold it in half. I, on the first model, used extra twisted up, I used whole pipe cleaners, but I've run out of red pipe cleaners, so we're just going to use this method. Then fold it again. These are going to be the limbs. They look a little bit long, but we're going to need that extra space. So you take your scissors and you just go on every fold. The folding thing is quite convenient. So now you've got your little, they look kind of like licorice sticks. I'm gonna eat it. Just kidding, don't eat pipe cleaners, internet. Next up, fishing wire. Can you see okay, you can see the wire on camera, good. You're gonna wanna get about this much, and you're gonna take your pipe cleaner and make a little hook at the top again. Careful not to cut yourself because it can be sharp. You insert it into the loop and do a little foldy-do here, and we'll twist it there, and then you're going to make a little tie. Fishing wire can be hard to crease. I personally use my teeth half the time, but I'm not doing that on camera, so we're just gonna tie it like a normal person for once. It is, editor's note, please speed this part up, maybe, I don't know. See, I'm gonna tighten the knot here. There we go, we got a little floaty leg. Then we're gonna cut that. Bam, that's a good leg if I've ever seen one. It's like playing football. We're playing football, everybody. Okay, anyway, you're just going to want to repeat this little process with all 4 limbs. Okay, so once you've gotten that, a quick tip is, as you can see, this leg is not the same length as the other leg, and neither are the strings. So what you're going to do is straighten it out as much as you can. Then get that so that they're even, and do the same process with the strings. Just kind of gonna get it even, yes. Oh gosh, my hands are shaking bacon, guys. Anyway, what you're gonna want to do next is making sure that you're content with the way the body spirals. You can edit it later though. And making sure that you're okay with the size, everything. You're gonna want to take a limb, then making it point this way. You're gonna take the side of the body hook your string onto there. As you can see, it's hooked. Is my camera in focus? Yes, it is. Then gonna get it at the wherever you want it to float. You're gonna make a little tie. So once your string's wrapped around, you've got that, and then you put it just as far as you really want it to float and finish tying your knot. If it's not if it's not perfect, then you can always untie it. Oh, I've broken it. Dang it, that's okay though. That's okay, because it's totally intentional, because if this happens, what you can do is you can just restring it. Place it like so. Just kind of retying the string. Ignore the ink stuck to my hands right now. And blammo, like nothing ever happened. Good as new. Anyway. Oh, that's not the best. Anyway, I fixed it. There's gonna be a couple little flyaways, so you're just gonna want to cut those off too. If I can get my hands to work. Oh, I'm off camera again. But as you can see, that arm looks like it's floating, yay! And then don't worry if you accidentally bend the body, because you can fix it. And then the arms are also fully posable when you want them to be. You spin me right round. Anyways, so arm number 2 is always a bit of a hassle because, well, it's easy right here. It's a little lower right here, so you're gonna have to like kind of get it. I don't know how to explain this part, so just kind of follow along. So you, yeah, and then you go like that, tie it. Again, just kind of making sure to get your length properly. There we go. Then slide it along the body. Careful not to undo the knot all the way. There we go. We did it. Then I personally always like to tie it double. And then that's always nicer. By the way, if you don't have fishing wire, you can still follow along, just instead of doing all this fancy schmancy wire stuffs, all the boringness that comes with it. You can just kind of loop the pieces onto the body, though I do think it looks better with the fishing wire. I understand that some of us may not have fishing wire, so you can still follow along though, don't worry. Again, just repeating the process on the lower half of the body for the legs. There we go. And then tie it again. Oh, and as you can see, she's doing yoga. Mistakes do happen, like, for example, this. Why is the leg so far from the body? I honestly don't know. So to fix things like this, what you do is you slide it all the way off the body, rewind that part up, then you can literally just kind of tighten it. What is on my pop socket? I have clay. There is clay stuck to my desk. Anyway, you can just kind of tie that again. Tie, and tie again. Oh, I've messed it up. Okay, that's fine. Again? How did Okay, hang on, I'm just gonna... Okay, anyway, that's been attached, and here's the back view. As you can see, this is already looking good. you can attach the last leg now. And would you look at that, we've got a body. That sounded wrong. Anyway, next part. You got your paper. You got a pencil. Now, you're just gonna wanna, I really hope, can you see that one? Yeah, you can, okay, good. I wanna draw this little shape. Yes. Decent shape. And make sure it's the correct size. Like, I'm gonna make that a little longer. Is that a good shape? Yeah. Perfect. Then you're gonna want to cut that out. Then I personally recommend making several because you can draw multiple, like you can draw multiple. So then you make a little shape and then another little shape, but make that shape a little bigger. It's just how it works. I'm sorry, but this is just sad. Then you're gonna take your other paper and marker. I'm using the scraps for making all these. I'm just gonna make a little shape. Yeah. Got our little shapey do. And then of course you're gonna want to color those, but obviously this part is optional. I personally just like having attention. I like the attention to detail though. Then again, I am a nerd, so yes. Then I'm personally getting like a little highlight marker, if I know where that is, because I keep losing it, to be honest. What do I not lose? Actually, I don't feel like digging around in my drawers, so I'm just going to use a white colored pencil. First, though, you can flip it over. No, there's... Actually, just draw it on the actual part that you just colored, you know. Next up, grabbing your pen. I am using a Sharpie roller, 0.5. And you're just going to want to go over your sketch. Try to make it as neat as possible. Again, it is okay to make mistakes. Anyway, I don't know where my glue stick's at, but I'm gonna use tape also so that these pieces are that is a crusty piece of tape. That is cool. Okay, anyway. Take your piece of tape, cut it in half. Put that other piece of tape on the edge of your desk, it'll be useful later. Cut that piece of tape in half. Take one of your little water droplets and grab it. Then put it, you're going to take your tiny tape strip, right? Put it on the back. Then place it like so, right here. Or just wherever you want, honestly. Then it's 3D, yay! You're going to want to do the same thing with the other one. I personally folded the tape a different direction though, for maximum bounciness. Again, just putting the tape roughly where you want it to go. Then pushing down and folding. And turn it slightly if you want. Look at that, that's a nice face. Then you're going to want to take your headless body here. Remember that piece of tape we had earlier? Yeah, well now's the time to use it. Stick this here, and tape. Tapey. Yes. I honestly don't know what I'm saying, but that's alright. How long? it has been 12 minutes. Yeah, this is a very long tutorial. If you haven't noticed, this is going to be definitely sped up. Then just adjust the body as needed. Look at that. Now, if you're content with this, then you can keep it. However, like, I personally don't like the way this face looks, which is why I made several. Or, I did not end up making a new face. You can actually curve it, and it makes it look 10 times better, trust me. But yeah, that's how you make one of these. As you can see, fully movable, great for throwing at walls. 10 out of 10, just yeet. Floor. You can either attack it or you can be nice. I'm just being angry right now. See, look, great stress reliever. You can also feed it to your dragons. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Sorry it was so long. Anyway, subscribe.